Merry Christmas, everyone! If you don't celebrate Christmas, then Happy Hanukkah! If you don't celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, then Happy Kwanzaa! And if you happen to not celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Christmas, then Happy Holidays! And if you, for whatever reason, don't celebrate holidays, then happy 2 to 3 weeks off of school, I guess? Oh, and you just made Stunfist very unhappy if you don't celebrate any holiday. He was just trying to get into the holiday spirit, too! How selfish do you feel? Anywho, we still have plenty of Men in Black to take a look at, so how about we find out what Edgar's up to? Shall we? Okie dokie. So to recap, Edgar has a keen eye on this old guy. Stop! He eventually follows him to a Taco Bell or something, I don't know, where the old man meets up with another old man and they talk to each other in a different language.
Hey John,
by the way, they are definitely not speaking Braille. Or Japanese. Stunfist can speak Japanese. But let's just say that Edgar's greeting, it could have been nicer.
You can kill us both, but you will not find the galaxy.
Oh, you're right about one thing.
Edgar takes this thing and runs off as fast as he can. Okay, so he's still working on it, but whatever. And this particular scene isn't exactly important to show, but I just want to show it anyway because it's friggin' hilarious. You see, this guy is about to skip town because his wife is pregnant and is about to, you know, have a baby. So somebody's got to talk to this guy and somebody's got to watch the wife. Guess who has to watch the wife?
And you handle this.
What? Me?
Yeah, it's easy. You just catch.
Are you sure he knows what he's doing?
He does it all the time. Let the men work.
And if you haven't seen this movie before, I bet you'll never guess in a million years what's gonna come out of the woman. Is it A, a human, B, a sea urchin, C, a squid, or D, she just has really bad gas? I'll give you time to think about that. I bet you'll never guess what's gonna come out of her.
Damn, man. Something's peeking.
Proactive mental action. 54 from Madison. You're headed out of town, Reggie. What's going on?
Oh, well, we're meeting some...
I don't know. It's a really tough decision to make.
Plans for today? You didn't know.
Well,
You're doing fine, Ace. What kind of emergency? What's the rush to get off the planet all of a sudden?
just don't like the neighborhood anymore.
I just... What could possibly,
The crasher from last night?
Yeah, somehow she gave birth to a squid. I don't get it, but hey, if Octodad can have human children, I guess I got no room to complain or argue the matter. I mean, if you're just as confused as I am, then don't worry. Kay is too.
Congratulations, Reg. It's a squid.
Okay, man. You know, it's actually kind of... cute.
K&J found an interesting article in the paper of someone saying someone stole her husband's skin. They go to Edgar's house to ask Stanley Yelnatz's mom from Holes what she saw. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to explain how the neuralizer works. Basically, it will flash, which causes it to erase certain parts of a person's memory. And someone who is not affected by it can make a new memory for that person that got neuralized. For example...
Tap water.
All right, Beatrice. There was no alien. Flash of light you saw in the sky was not a UFO. Swamp gas from a weather balloon was trapped in a thermal pocket and refracted the light from Venus.
So yeah, that's basically how the neuralizer works. And I especially love just how much fun Agent J has with this whole creating a new memory for somebody thing.
Well, wait a minute. So you just flash that thing, it erases her memory, and you just make up a new one?
A standard issue neuralizer.
And that weak-ass story is the best you can come up with.
All right. On a more personal note, Beatrice, Edgar ran off with an old girlfriend. You're gonna go stay with your mom a couple of nights, you're gonna get over it and decide you're better off.
Well, yeah, you know, because he never appreciated you anyway. In fact, you know what? You kicked him out. And now that he's gone, you're gonna go in town, you go to Bloomingdale's, you find yourself some nice dresses, get yourself some shoes, you know, find somewhere, maybe you get a facial, and hire a decorator to come in here quick, because damn.
But it does create several questions, though. For instance, even MIB agents get neuralized too if they are getting too old for the job, like what we saw with D earlier. Which is really confusing when you hear,
"Let's put it on.
Put what on?
The last suit you'll ever wear."
Cause doesn't that sort of defeat the purpose if MIB agents can get neuralized? Also, just how long does the effect of the neuralizer stay in place? Like, does the effect wear off once the person stops talking? Because Kay over here, he gave Mrs. Edgar a very brief, yet simple, memory. But Agent J, he's like going all over the place with this, and she's still kind of in a hypnosis stage. So how long does this whole staring blankly into space, creating a new memory thing last? But it's still a really cool and unique device nonetheless. Kay inspects the hole that the spaceship left, and he gets a general idea what they're dealing with.
Please, not green. Oh, damn. I don't suppose you know what kind of alien life form leaves a green spectral trail in crave sugar water, do you?
Oh, wait, that was on Final Jeopardy last night. Damn, Alex said it was...
Zed, we have a bug.
So, what, we don't like bugs?
Bugs thrive on carnage, Tiger. They consume, infest, destroy, live off the death and destruction of other species.
You were stung as a child, weren't you?
No, listen, kid. Imagine a giant cockroach with unlimited strength, a massive inferiority complex, and a real short temper. Is terrassing around Manhattan Island in a brand new Edgar suit.
Welp.
Does that sound like fun?
Thanks for giving us an extremely detailed hypothetical situation, Kay. I'm sure that will never happen in this movie's climax. The old man and the cat get sent to a morgue, which is run by this woman named Laura. She appeared much earlier in the movie, before Edwards even met Kay, but she had like one line.
I believe you. Laurel Weaver, Deputy Medical Examiner. Find me at the morgue on 26. I'll show you.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute.
Excuse me. You're Dr. Weaver with the coroner's office working on the John Doe, right?
Yes, that's right.
Will you look at this, please?
She examines one of the bodies and gets pretty shocked at what she sees. Luckily, Kay and Jay show up, and the scene is kind of weird. They really try to have a mix between funny and serious moments, but they just go all over the place. For example, Kay gives them both doctor names.
I'm Dr. Leo Manville, Department of Public Health. This is Dr. White.
Doctor, whatever, come here.
Doctor Whatever?
Jay doesn't really know what he or Laura is even talking about when they examine the body.
Okay, you feel that? Where the caloric junction would be? Push it aside. Notice anything strange? Stomach, liver, lungs?
Nope, all fine.
Doctor, they're all missing.
Of course. You know, that's obviously the first thing I noticed. But what I was pointing out is the fact that there are no pieces of them left.
And when Kay asks Jay about the dead body, Jay had another thought in mind.
What do you think?
Very interesting. She got a real Queen of the Undead thing going.
Of the body.
Great body.
The dead body.
As far as the serious moments go, they find out that there is, in fact, an alien in the head. He delivers a message saying, "To prevent war, the galaxy is on Orion's belt." The alien dies, we all tear up when we see the cat meow, and if that wasn't enough, this particular alien was a prince of another alien race known as the Archelians. But because Laura has seen an alien, Kay has to do his flashy thingy.
In New York. The other day, I was in this cab, and this guy was...
Galaxy on Orion's belt didn't make any sense.
Look, that's what the little dude inside the big dude's head said, right? Right after... Damn, man. We did the flashy thing already.
Hey, whoever you guys are, you're gonna have to show me some idea if you're gonna be in the morgue.
Oh, yes, of course, young lady. Have a look at this for me, please.
Would you stop that?
What?
How many times have you flashy thinged that poor woman?
Couple.
So would you not worried about no long-term damage?
Little.
AK, have you ever flashy thinged me?
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show this real quick, no particular reason. Over at MIB headquarters, they get some pretty bad news.
That's an Archelian battle cruiser.
And we've got a dead Archelian prince.
Can't speak of the devil.
They sound pissed.
Boys, translate that and step on it. We've only translated part of the message so far. Deliver the galaxy.
No, they don't want much, do they?
Oh, it gets better. They're holding us responsible.
Warning, photonic fusion detection. Warning, photonic fusion detection.
What the hell are they shooting at us for?
Archelian battle rules, kid. First we get an ultimatum, then a warning shot, and then we have a galactic standard week to respond.
A galactic standard week? How the hell long is that?
1 hour.
1 hour. Then what? Oh, that's bullshit.
Look, kid, to keep the bugs from getting it, the Archelians will destroy that galaxy.
They gotta go to the jewelry store that was run by the Archelian prince, but before that, they gotta get some guns.
Series 4 deatomizer.
That's what I'm talking about.
Noisy cricket.
Hey, Kay, no, come on, man. You get a Series 4 deatomizer, I get a little midget cricket.
Oh, kid.
I feel like I'm gonna break this damn thing.
Over at the jewelry store, Jay spots Edgar and attempts to use his newly acquired noisy cricket. Needless to say, I'm sure he's had better first outings with his weapons. The original ship that Edgar was going to use is now out of his possession, but he's not out of ideas. And K and J need to get more answers, so they gotta go to a pretty reliable source.
Archelians and bugs, Frank, what do you know?
Rosenberg wasn't some two-bit Archelian. He was the guardian of a whole galaxy. The galaxy is the best source for subatomic energy in the universe.
Now we know Edgar's here looking for the galaxy. But how can it be on Orion's belt? It's only 3 stars on the Orion constellation. Well, are you guys ready to have your minds frickin' blown? I'm gonna fucking blow your fucking mind! The cat's name is Orion. And he's got a collar, which can be classified as a pet's belt. The cat, Orion, wink wink, has a belt, which also means... Unfortunately, Edgar caught on to the mystery as well, and he appears at the morgue looking for Orion. But not before teaching David Cross a lesson.
What's up, Farmer John?
A man came in here earlier. A dead man.
And that means what to me?
He was a very dear friend of mine. I believe he had an animal with him. It was a gift I gave him. A pet cat. It means worlds to me. I'd like to have it back.
Okay, I'm gonna need a picture ID, written proof of ownership of the cat, notarized proof of kinship with the deceased.
Don't do that.
Do what?
Don't do it.
Alright, you know what? It's official. I'm gonna from now on refer to him as Edgar Roach. He gets a hold of Laura, makes her help him find Orion, but luckily K and J happen to show up, and they try to save her.
Look, how was I supposed to know?
What did I have to do? Sing it for you?
Well, if you weren't coming on like some drunken prom date.
God, that is so typical. Anytime a woman shows the slightest hint of sexual independence.
Everybody shut up!
Let her go, shit-eater.
Oh, listen, monkey boy. Compared to you humans, I'm on the top rung of the evolutionary ladder. So candid, all right?
You're breaking my heart. Show me your face and I'll cure all your ills.
You ever pull the wings off a fly? You can't see the fly get even.
How far do you think you're gonna get without your ship, if that's what you call a piece of space trash we got locked up in the office?
Put your weapons down.
Edgar Roach escapes the morgue with her, and they can't quite catch up to him, as he escapes in a taxi. Which, being in New York, not the easiest to find. Over at MIB HQ, after the Archelians gave their warning shot, Jay has an idea of what Edgar Roach may use to escape Earth.
Gone. We live in Lennox. Audio, gone. All right, Bayonne, gone. All right, there's 3 Mile Island, gone. Yo, Staten Island, gone, thank God. Fellas, we're running out of time here. If that bug gets off the planet, that galaxy, we're all bug food.
Hey, old guys! Do those still work?
This, my Landmaster passengers, also shows good storytelling and mystery. Because we saw an image of those in the very beginning as Edwards at the time was looking at the book Kay gave him. This could have been a very easy foreshadow, but because it wasn't discussed for very long and these particular sauces weren't brought up again until right here, it wasn't very obvious that these would be important later on. Knowing that Edgar Roach will be there, they gotta get to the saucers as fast as they can. The quickest way? Through a jam-packed tunnel. And this, I gotta admit, is probably my favorite scene.
You remember the little red button?
Yeah.
Push the little red button. And you may want to put on a seatbelt. Too tense. You're a young man. You need to relax. Learn to take some joy in your work. You like music? That's better.
My home in Norfolk, Virginia, California, home of mine. I straddled that Greyhound Road and then the Raleigh and all across Carolina. Somebody help me get out of the people there care a little about me and they won't let the poor boy down.
All right.
Not dead, it just went home. A swing old chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone. Cut your engine and cool your wings and let me make it to the telephone.
Over at the saucers, it seems like Edgar Roach is actually going to be able to escape Earth. But luckily, Kay and Jay got more guns. And Jay gets something a little bit bigger than a noisy cricket.
That's what I'm talking about.
So with very perfect aiming, they manage to shoot down the saucer, and coincidentally, it happens to land right in front of them. Jay tells Edgar Roach to put his hands on his head, and let's just say Edgar Roach does this, but to a very certain extreme.
Like this?
So this is the true Edgar Roach. It eats both of their guns, but Kay's not gonna have any of that shit. In order to get his gun back, Kay's gonna have to make the Roach eat him, leaving Jay to do something on his own for the very first time.
Eat me!
There's only one way off of this planet, baby, and that's through me. I'm sorry. Was that your auntie? Oh, then that must mean that that's your uncle then, huh? Oh, you know y'all look alike. Well, well. Big bad bug got a bit of a soft spot, huh? See, what I can't understand is why you gotta come down here bringing all this ruckus, snatching up galaxies and everything. My attitude is, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. You need to ease up out my face for something bad happened to you. Too late.
Interesting job you guys have.
Alright, let me just speak very briefly about this scene. I think this is pretty awful. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Roach as an alien/villain is a really cool concept. Because, I mean, most people are already afraid of roaches and they're only, what, this big? So the idea of a roach being like a mutant giant alien theoretically makes roaches even scarier now. But I mean, this is supposed to be the climax, and what is the roach doing most of the time? Running away, trying to get back up into the second saucer. I mean, I know he's on a time limit, but still, this is not what you do in a climax. And the only time the roach tries to do anything is when Jay just tries to squash a couple of roaches. I gotta say, this is one of two things that I don't like about this movie. And what's the other thing I don't like? Well, it's the scene that follows after.
Okay, look, I know we got these rules and everything, but I was thinking she did help us bust that bug. Maybe we didn't have to flashy thing her. Okay, come on, man. Who's she gonna tell? She ain't out with all dead people.
It's not for her. It's for me.
You see, because there are two sequels now, this ending scene is entirely pointless. See, Kay gets the feeling that he doesn't want to do this job anymore. He wants to have his own life again. So he wants Jay to neuralize him. Now here's how this scene could have worked out a lot better. If 1, Men in Black was just a movie on its own and didn't have any sequels, or 2, if the sequels didn't have Kay.
I haven't been training a partner, I've been training a replacement.
Wait a minute, Kay. I cannot do this job by myself.
Days, months, years. Always facing forward.
Hey.
I've just been down the gullet of an interstellar cockroach, kid. That's one of 100 memories that I don't want. See you around, Jay.
No, you won't.
But now with Kay neuralized and Laura now, I guess, an MIB agent, our movie ends with a very extreme wide shot. However, there are a few things that I forgot to list as pros. For one, Zed. Rip Torn just really has that voice that legitimately sounds like he would be head of some kind of secret agency. Because I mean, similar to Kay, he has his funny moments, but most of the time he has to be in a serious mood. The other pro I forgot to mention was Laura. Usually in sci-fi films, side characters have to be a little bit dumb so our main characters can look smarter, but they didn't do that with Laura. If she sees something alien-like, she knows it's an alien. So I really appreciate supporting casts who aren't stupid in an alien movie. So to end it all off, what do I really think of Men in Black? Honestly, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Agents K and J are really cool characters, they play off each other's personalities very well. The sets are really cool, the CG is really nice, the effects are really good. I really like the villain, and it truly does have a very good balance of serious moments and comedic moments. So for what it's worth, I still really think it holds its uniqueness up even to this day. And as for my personal verdict, I'm gonna give Men in Black a 9 out of 10. Mainly because when you get around to it, the climax is pretty anticlimactic. So I hope all of you have a very great, safe holiday, whatever you decide to celebrate or don't celebrate. And even little old Stunfisk over here wants to say happy holidays to you all. So to the few subscribers that I have, I thank all of you for sticking with me through 10 whole reviews, 9 whole in under 5-minute videos, and 5 whole film remixes. And if you're wondering what my next WolfLandmaster reviews is gonna be, well, it's gonna be something different, but I'm still gonna classify it as WolfLandmaster reviews. It's not gonna be one review, but rather 11 small reviews. So, what could it possibly be?
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.